Hello and welcome back to the Loudmouse Podcast. I'm your host, Quite, and as always, joined by FPS Diesel and Wild Spartans.
Hi.
Diesel, you said you're feeling dead under the weather. What's wrong, man?
Dude, I didn't go to sleep until fucking 3 a.m. and I think I have a cold now, and I had to get up at fucking 6 a.m. for an 8 a.m. class. School's stupid. Don't go to school. Stop.
I felt like that yesterday. I felt like that
Bruh.
yesterday. I don't blame you.
Bruh,
I pulled an all-nighter like twice.
I totally relate. I got like a full 8 hours today, and then I got another 2, and I woke up and I was like, fuck. I get it, man. I get it.
Okay, so yesterday I was like in a similar boat as you, Diesel, because basically I procrastinated on a video I was supposed to do, and it was because I had to double the workload to get the video done because it was for a sponsor. So I was needed to get the video done. I needed to get it done Wednesday. So what happened was I did like a big chunk of it Wednesday, and I still had a subtitle. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep early. And I'm gonna wake up at 6, and I'm gonna finish this video, and then take a nap or something. What happened was I went to sleep early, but my body was in that mode where it's like, you need to wake up early because you have something to do. So I woke up at fucking 2 a.m. and I was too tired to do literally anything. So then I stayed in bed till 5, and then I didn't sleep again till 9, and I was almost late to send the video in for review.
Oh.
Yep.
Jesus. I mean, I've rushed to like get sponsored videos done before. Like, that's not a good idea. Never rush it, obviously, but you know, you rush it. That happens.
I usually plan my sponsor videos. Like, I make that video before, like, that video is going to go up after the next one that I make, typically. So it get like a week in advance or some shit.
Yeah, but you need to send it for review, and generally speaking, you want 48 hours. I mean, luckily, I worked with Dashlane, and they're super fucking quick to just, like, reviewing the video. So I woke up, and, got a message, and he was just like, yeah, it's been reviewed, it's been approved. And I'm like, oh, sweet. We're good. I don't have to rush that shit. So that was good.
Yeah.
It's like college, except you just get a grade instead of paid. And you pay them for the grade.
Sounds like you're living life, Diesel.
No,
No, my life's awful.
I had a Roman war presentation about, so do you guys know who Hannibal is?
Yes.
Really, who is he?
Hannibal Lecter.
I am gonna smack you. Well, the name Hannibal is associated.
Was he the elephant dude? Was he the elephant dude?
He was the elephant dude. He was a general from Carthage.
And then he walked the fucking elephants over the mountains to fucking surprise attack his enemies.
Yes, that is what we literally talked about today.
I knew it.
To make a presentation describing one of his like victories over Rome. So I was up like all night reading like the battle strategy and all that. And I've been doing that since the beginning of class. Like, literally, every class is a presentation. And then, like, Japanese class, literally, learning another language, especially learning Japanese, is like taking a whole other major. It is so much work.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it.
I have 50 homeworks that are overdue. 50!
Are you sure you're going to pass?
I don't know. I need the pass. I already paid for the class. I can't get it back, so, like, it's either that or I just, like, I lose the credits and I have to take a class again.
Just keep going until you die.
Some would argue that he's already dead.
This semester has been so much work already that I'm like, is this gonna kill me? Like, am I actually gonna die? Because I feel sick all the time. I get 0 sleep. And balancing this in the channel, I seriously think that I am dying, but I can't tell.
What made you want to take a Roman class? What
made you want to go to college?
Social pressure, one, for why I go to college. Because I don't want to be labeled as a, quote, loser, right?
You chose to be a YouTuber to avoid that label?
Oh my god. I chose to be a YouTuber because I like making videos.
Bro, we're like peak loser. Successful losers, but losers.
Okay, and I took the Roman history because I need it for a history credit because they won't take the history of video games as a history credit.
Well, that's whack.
Not old enough.
What do you mean? There's like 50, 60 years of video game history. I could tell you a bunch of dumb shit about video games.
Well, is it useful in real application?
Well,
No.
if somebody holds a gun to my head and asks what the first video game is, I can say tennis for two.
That's never gonna happen.
Well, you never know, you know?
Do you think someone... But is someone going to hold a gun to your head and ask for who the elephant dude is?
Nope.
No, I don't think...
Exactly.
You never know. But I have used information from the history of video games class in other classes. So, like...
Exactly.
I don't think I've watched, like, one podcast with YouTubers on it, or, like, listened to one with YouTubers on it, and they're like, I endorse college. I don't think it's ever happened in my fucking life.
Like,
To be fair, a lot of them didn't go to college straight up.
Yeah,
And
but
the ones
a
who
lot of
did it,
YouTubers...
like, it was awful.
But, like, the thing is, like, you're listening to, like, a YouTuber podcast. They're, like, the select few who have found a route to success outside of college. It's not a common thing.
There's YouTubers will make talk about school in a video, and they'll say, "Well, you should go to college," because they don't want to be responsible for like their followers not going to school and being deadbeats. But I should say that there are more ways to success in life than getting a degree, because everybody has a bachelor's degree. Everybody.
Like, yeah, no, there's absolutely more than just that, but, like, it's also not an invalid one.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's invalid.
It's centrist time.
But if you wanna avoid, like, you know, $40,000 in debt, pick something else. Like, and if you really want to do something that involves college, just do it. Like, don't let schools and, like, people pressure you to go to college if you don't want to and you don't want to accumulate the debt. Like, just don't. It's not fucking worth it.
And okay, and as someone who's switched majors, right, and really experienced the full breadth of offerings from a college, right? There's a difference between like learning a trade, right? So I'm learning filmmaking, right? That's a trade. I could literally spend $10 a month at Skillshare, not sponsored, and get pretty much the same education. Like, no meme, because I've checked, you know? And it's on your own terms, and it's much cheaper, right? But if you're learning something that requires more like philosophical thinking, or for you to be in a lab, or something that requires you to be like around a physical thing that,
or if you want to be a doctor,
trade, yeah,
you need to go to college.
You know, if you want to be a philosopher,
lawyer,
go to college. If you
doctor, lawyer, philosopher, maybe go to college.
Yeah,
Coding, debatable.
If you want to be an academic, go to college. But trades like learning how to make movies or make games, you definitely don't need to go to school for. There's way better like tools out there to teach you.
Yeah, and if you don't have a career in mind, just become a plumber and get paid a lot of money.
Bruh, become like a trash man in New York City. Them shits like get paid like big time.
Yeah, literally, just do something that's like, I can do that, and just make fucking money. Like, that's
Also,
it.
yeah, trade school is like super cheap and like not
Super in
a lot of
demand.
people go. Yeah, it's always in demand.
Yeah, the pay is super high because all the people that took trade school back, like, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago, they're dying off. So, like, there's, like, a lack of, like, plumbers and electricians and shit like that because no one's taking the classes and getting the degrees because everyone's been pressured to go to college. So, the demand's up and the supply's low, so you get paid more.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a friend who was an electrician. He's in the army now, but he was an electrician for 2 years, you know, and he's like my age, and he would make like $30 an hour, and he'd tell me the work he does. He's like, yeah, I put these two little red wires together, and I stand around for 7 hours, and that's it. It's just like, what the fuck am I doing? But it's like there's more than one way to success, and I mean, like, you could always go undecided to college and like try out a bunch of different majors, you know, because not everybody's gonna leave high school and know exactly what they want to do with their life. In fact, most people have no fucking idea.
A general direction's really helpful, though.
Well, that's why you go undecided, so you can try different things to
Figure out what that
direction.
general direction for yourself is.
Yeah, schools have classes that like put you in different scenarios to learn what you like and what you want to do with yourself.
How much does that cost?
Shit, 1 year of college, it depends on the school. You know, if you go to a private school, it could be a lot. But if you go to like a community college, which I highly recommend if you're undecided, right? Could be like 15 grand, you know?
Wait, community college is 15 grand for a year?
Well, that's like if you get no financial aid and no anything and no scholarships, no nothing. But like most people do, you know? So it's significantly cheaper. Like it's an amount of money that someone in their early to mid 20s could reasonably pay off. You know?
I could pay for a butler with 2 years worth of college. I think that sounds like a better deal.
Yeah, what's a butler gonna do? He can't teach you new things.
Maybe you don't get a butler, maybe get an assistant.
I'll get a butler who has a degree in like physics and have him teach me physics. And he'll also do my laundry. Like that sounds like a way better deal. But
that sounds like a real shit deal for the physicist butler.
It is.
This reminds me of how like Ant-Man has a master's degree, like he's a master degree electrician or whatever the fuck. Right? I don't know if that's a thing, but like he gets rejected from like Baskin Robbins because of that, because he's a criminal. Like no way, he's got a master degree. No way. He's gonna get a job somewhere.
Yeah, he also gets dwarfed by every other like sciencey person in the MCU.
But it's like, how do you have like a master's degree in something? I don't know. What master degree?
They just said that Ant-Man's not getting another movie. Which, sorry, 5 people who liked Ant-Man.
I wish I lived in a universe where, or I wish I could see the universe where Edgar Wright could make that movie.
That would be good.
Ant-Man was kind of just, I didn't like it.
I mean, yeah, it's like the most average Marvel movie in existence, like, period. He has a master's degree in electrical engineering. Yeah, that's the one.
Damn,
that sounds important.
In the movie universe, he does.
He should work for Tesla. I'm just saying.
Ant-Man works for Elon Musk.
I mean, Elon Musk is a person that exists in the MCU. He's an Iron Man too.
Yeah,
yeah, that's right.
No, he literally exists in the MCU. It's great. They use like his name and everything.
Yeah, he's like, I've got an idea for an electric powered jet. And Tony Stark's
that's great. That's great, Mr.
That's
Musk.
really cool. That's really cool. It's time to go talk to Stan Lee, who I mistake for a different celebrity. Was it Larry King that time, or was it? It was Hugh Hefner in Iron Man 1, and it was Larry King in Iron Man 2, I think.
Or was it someone?
Or was it swapped around?
I don't fucking know.
I would totally believe that if you said that, though. I mean, Stan Lee did look like Larry King. Could you imagine Larry King is still alive? What the fuck?
No, wait. I'm kind of curious, though.
How old is Larry King?
How old is Larry King? Look that up.
No.
Jamie.
I'm kind of curious. What is your plan if you fucking hate it so much?
What
are you just going to grind it out?
I am so close to getting my degree, I might as well just stay. But, like...
Isn't it 2 more years?
So, right?
I'll be 21 by the time you get your degree.
Oh my god. Okay, so we'll go for drinks. But here's the thing, right? If I leave, I have $80,000 in debt. If I don't leave, I still have $80,000 in debt. So it is more financially viable to get my degree than not to, right? Because at least then, I'm not just accumulating a massive bill. I'm just getting something for that massive bill. Now, whether or not it's useful or not, I don't know, right? But the only way I would drop out of school right now is if I was making enough from YouTube to justify it, right?
You're $80K in debt?
Yes.
Oh, dear. Holy
Thanks.
shit. You could have bought a really nice car.
Really? I could have started a life. I could have mortgaged a home. I could have done a lot of things with 80 grand.
You could have invested in Tesla stock and made more money.
Suck my ass, Frank. I realize where that money could have gone. I'm not stupid.
No, I'm sure. You probably sit there every night contemplating what you could have done with that money.
I actually do on occasion go and do the math and find out, what could I buy if I didn't go to college?
I mean, like, that's a real, that's kind of like a counterproductive way of looking at it. The only thing you really can, like, so you've lost that 80K regardless of if you drop out now or not, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you've lost that 80K, but what do you have to lose in the future? Time and mental health.
Okay, well, mental health is a non-issue.
It can regenerate, okay? Give him a month off. His health will go back up, all right?
But, like, still, the issue of time comes up. Do you think spending that year and a half, regardless if you have the debt or not, would be better spent
I'm not
elsewhere?
going to leave college and be a fucking geriatric, you know? Like, it's not going to take me until
If I
I'm a
was in
60-year-old
Diesel's
man.
shoes, I would absolutely fucking finish it, even if it destroyed my brain, all right? I would go into years of depression just to finish that shit, because that's 80 fucking grand.
There you go.
It's 80 grand no matter what you do.
That's exactly my thinking, right?
Yeah,
but
but he went in for the degree, right? So why the fuck would he back out now when he's 80 grand in debt?
Because do you even know if you're going to use the degree at all?
I don't know if I'm going to use
Dude,
it.
even if I didn't use that shit, at that point it's fucking principal.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You know, plus,
Or is it is it principal or is it wasted time?
It's wasted time and principal.
Yes, it's both of those things. But it's like tomorrow YouTube could like just go under. Let's be real here. Who knows? For some reason, YouTube might decide that FPS Diesel is just too outrageous for their platform.
That's when Plan B comes in for me, and it's called homelessness.
See, well, at least I have a degree, so when I'm homeless, I could be like, "Oh, look at this piece of paper I got when I was in my 20s. Please give me food." You know.
My backup plan is incredibly genius. Be poor.
No, but like legitimately, that having that degree at least allows me to put my foot in the door in like the film industry. Either that or have to suck some old man's penis. But like,
You'll probably have to end up doing that anyways. But you make a point.
I'd be okay with that as long as he pays me a lot of money.
Well, that's usually the rule. That's the caveat.
I mean, yeah, if I'm sucking some fucking Harvey Weinstein looking ass dick, I'm gonna need some good money.
That shit's gonna be wrinkly, homie. You best be choosing your pricks wisely.
This dick must be so ugly.
It's probably shriveled and fucking bent at the creases.
All penises are ugly, but that's just me.
His dick must be especially ugly.
Just because the personality is so ugly. Like, you know what they say, like, if a person with an ugly personality makes the person's face, like, 20 times more disgusting.
I don't know. I just think his face is kind of disgusting, period.
Look,
I mean, like,
penises look like aliens.
But I mean, like, you would be less
aliens.
noticing of that if he wasn't a scumbag.
I'd probably still notice it, but I wouldn't bring it up because I'd feel bad.
You probably wouldn't think about it as much, too, but, like, since he is a shit person, it's okay to think he's fucking ugly. Or, like, at least in your head, that's, like, how it goes.
We're talking about Harvey Weinstein's penis. I just want to put that in perspective.
No, we're talking about his ugly fucking slug-looking face.
Okay, that too.
Slug time.
He looks like a slug.
God, how is that even a double chin or is that just wrinkles?
Yes.
You see, when you age, your skin starts going down and down and down. Eventually,
gravity takes its effect on you.
Yes. Like, that is a symptom of double chin and also being an old fucking fart. How old is he?
Let's find out. Harvey Weinstein age 67.
He's fucking old. He's old enough to run for president.
That's not saying a lot.
I mean, every candidate's a fucking old asshole.
Jeffrey Epstein was old enough to run for president.
Wait, he was that old?
I don't know how old Jeffrey Epstein was.
I was about to say, if he's fucking 67, he'd look good before he died.
I saw this
I can say that shit because he wasn't a good person.
He's 66.
Fuck, he was old. He looked good for that age.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein did look good for his age. I will say that.
For a quick keyword for his age.
He had a long, crime-filled life.
To be fair, he probably had the means to upkeep that shit.
I mean, yeah, he probably amassed a lot of blackmail on very rich and famous and powerful people.
And now he's dead, like a boss.
All those rich people just had a fucking party when he died. It was like, we're free.
Fucking Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton doing the Numa like on his desk when he's died.
He probably put out the hit.
Oh, there's so many conspiracy
theories. I would totally believe the Clintons put out the hit.
I would believe any amount of fucking rich families did that shit, dude. Like, there were so many people who probably, like, so many families, enriched people who had an interest in him just not being anymore.
You know what I think they did?
It could have been the royal family.
I think they got a Groupon coupon for his assassination, and they all got a fucking.
They got a fucking Groupon code.
Like, it's
use honey.
Okay, who wants them to die? And then just went. They used
honey to get a hit on Jeffrey Epstein.
It's went to the dark web and just bid. I'm like, yeah, kill him. Thank you. But yeah, he's an interesting guy. Area 51
Jeffrey
sucked.
Epstein, yeah, okay. Okay, you just think it sucked because it wasn't a tragedy.
No, not necessarily it wasn't a tragedy. No one tried to jump in. The only person arrested, one person got arrested for public urination.
Oh, that's lame. Why are you arresting somebody? When you gotta go, you gotta go. Stop arresting people for that.
Look, it's in a fucking desert!
Exactly, what's it gonna do?
What are you gonna hurt the fucking scorpion, motherfucker?
Like, the power lines, Brandon.
Goddamn, yeah, but no, I mean, I was just hoping one stupid person would try it. You know?
You were hoping one person would die. Just get shot.
I was seeing photos and videos. I wish I went.
I mean, not die, but like just get their shins blown off. Like nothing big. I mean, just hospitalized and never able to walk again. Nothing big.
Okay, if someone's dumb enough to jump on a military base, they kind of had that coming.
But you wanted someone to be that dumb. I'm not saying that wouldn't have made it more interesting. I'm just saying.
It was more of like, damn, I was wrong. Someone wasn't that stupid.
Fair. Forwarder.
Did you imagine somebody actually jumping that and dying? Could you imagine a world we would live in if that happened?
Dude, like fucking, I was afraid this whole thing would turn into like some kind of national incident.
I won't lie, there's part of me that wanted that.
Dude,
I'll be real with you.
Think about it, right? If it did, like, our kids' grandkids would see this shit in their goddamn history book.
There's no way this won't be in the history books anyway. You know, the memes are gonna end up in history books. I really wish I went to this because I think this is a very interesting cultural event, and I wish I was there for it. I really do.
To see Uganda knuckles on the
I almost went with Frasier, but that didn't end up happening, sadly.
You say it like it's an easy trip. You have to fucking drive like for a couple hours.
You have to drive into the middle of the desert. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like neither of us could have rented a car out there. We'd have to get a fucking Uber that would be willing to drive us that far.
You could use Turo.
Apparently, there was like a music festival on the Thursday before.
Yeah, they called it Alien Stock.
Apparently, that was actually quite good. A lot of people showed up.
That's absolutely amazing. Yeah,
like I don't know. That's a good way to turn it around and hopefully stopping people from getting shot. Everybody's there, so there's something to do that doesn't involve trespassing on government property.
Right? Okay. You know how like the group event was like they can't stop all of us. Okay. If 5 million people rated that shit, they could not stop all of us. We'd fucking win.
They absolutely could. You ever heard about what happened with the Spanish and the Incan Empire, Brandon?
Absolutely not.
Took like 100. Took 100-something conquistadors to wipe out like a major city of the Incans that they found as soon as they landed port in South America. That shit was gone. The tech,
20 million.
Brandon, the tech and the machines, like if they've got
40
them, if
million.
it's advanced or not.
The amount of technology and just warfare, like you'd be completely overpowered. Nobody would make it into Area 51. There's not a chance in hell.
What if we stole a nuke?
Yeah,
you'd kill everybody involved.
Well, that's still a win. It's gone.
Also, give it 50 years, and Nevada would be an excellent tourist attraction.
Area 51 vodka.
Alien vodka. Just pop it open and drink with the brewskis.
Isn't it Dan Aykroyd that has the alien crystal skull vodka or whatever?
I think so, yeah. I kind of want to try that.
It tastes like shit.
Really? You've tried it?
I've had it in the UK, yeah. No, it's overpriced trash.
Yeah,
it fucking is
awful.
awful.
How much is it?
It's like fucking $40 for one of those little bottles.
Crystal Head vodka?
The Crystal Skull vodka or some shit.
Crystal Skull.
We refined this vodka on diamonds.
Yeah, the JonTron video. It's only like $80. It's being like resold online.
Wait, that's more than I thought it was. I thought it was 40 for a $7.50.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that. Where to buy? Come on, give me a thing.
Is it even more expensive than I thought? Like, answer?
I'm trying to give you an answer. Crystal Vodka would like to geolocate you. Yeah, okay, Dan Aykroyd, you can find out where I live.
You can
Dan Aykroyd would like
geolocate
to
me
know
any
your
day.
location.
Did you find it?
All right.
Speak.
I'm trying to find it. God, give me a break.
Damn.
Oh,
It's just telling me like liquor stores to go buy it. Yeah, it's looking like it's like retailing for like anywhere between $50 and $70.
Yeah, it's a fucking scam.
that's
a
like
scam.
that seems like how much an imported drink would cost. Like that's like a Grey Goose level shit.
Yeah, for real. That's a fucking scam.
I mean, I guess it's
That's
trying
terrible.
to appeal to the same market as Grey Goose, so like it's supposed to be
No,
like
it's definitely
high
trying to
tier.
like say that it's classy.
Yeah, it's high tier, classy shit. Like that's the stuff you get if you're like fucking big rich boy.
You know what we should have did?
What?
We should have transitioned to the bullying topic while we were bullying Harvey Weinstein for having an old wrinkly penis and being a slug.
Slug man, slug boy, slug boy. Well, we
Anyone
found
want
ourselves
transition?
here.
All right, so first of all, to bully Brandon on a later topic, he spelt tourist as tourist, as in similar to terrorist.
He did. Like,
can't
Yeah.
spell.
How's that,
That is-
education working out for you, Brandon?
I didn't go to college.
I didn't need to go to
I
college.
didn't go
Clearly,
to college. I didn't know
No,
how to spell
for real?
tourist.
I didn't need to go
Okay,
to college.
I
His
type without
subtitles
thinking.
scream otherwise.
But for real, like, my spelling has always been horseshit. I don't even know why. Why'd you change it to terrorist, you fucking... Well, I was closer. No, my fucking spelling has always been fucking ass. And I, like, no matter what I did. Like, if I studied for a spelling test, I was still gonna fuck that shit up. Like, I don't, like, my brain's retarded, doesn't want to spell. Even if I went to college, my spelling would still be trash. 100%.
Anyway, Brandon thinks bullying is a great idea.
You're literally twisting my fucking words, and if anything, you're gonna think that, motherfucker.
Why would I think that? You're twisting my words.
No, you're gonna. It's your
Fake news,
personality
fake
type,
news, fake
Diesel.
news, fake news. Wrong.
And cap looking ass. Shut the fuck up.
Wrong.
Oh, you want to give me your perspective on bullying, then, Diesel?
Okay,
Are you gonna tell me there's no bullying signs
my
work in
God.
school?
No, the no bullying signs do not work.
They encourage bullying because they remind kids it exists.
Nah, I don't know, man. They worked for me. I was just like, there was like this new kid, and I was just like fucking beating the shit out of him, like drop kicked him, threw him over into a vat of acid, and then I saw no bullying sign. I was like, you know what? They're right, and then we were best friends.
All right.
Wow, the power of proactive signs. No, okay. I don't know what to say. It doesn't matter what I say. Like, some bumblefuck idiot on Tumblr is gonna turn this around and be like, FPS Diesel thinks bullying is great. Like,
I mean,
See,
every
this is what I
time
was
time
saying.
you mention somebody on Tumblr going to turn it around, it makes them want to do it more.
well, Tumblr's dead. Nobody
Diesel,
uses that anyway.
Rule number 1 of bullying: don't bring it up.
Rule number 1 about Fight Club.
Were
Don't
you
talk
ever
about
fucking
Fight Club.
bullied by anyone?
Yeah, I was bullied a fuck ton in school.
Well,
That
clearly
shit
you were
happened.
bullied enough. If you think that's how it
What
works.
do you mean? I have some thick ass skin, bitch. Fuck you.
I was bullied, but like ignoring it didn't fucking work.
I just dealt with it. I mean, that's not like
I don't know.
good, but like, what the fuck else were you gonna do?
It's hard to like distinguish, like, in my mind anyways, like bullying and like I'm gonna like joke with you about shit constantly, because like people were like that in high school. Like they just bring up shit that you didn't like to annoy you. I really wouldn't call it bullying though.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't-
like that's like friendly banter. Like this is like people
Yeah.
I wasn't
Well, you
like
have to be
friends with,
friends
just
with
like fucking
the
picking on
person.
every.
Are you
I
saying
got made
you
fun
were
of for playing
physically
Minecraft.
bullied?
Now
What,
everybody
like-
play Minecraft.
Were you two physically bullied?
I was physically
Not all-
bullied.
Not all,
Really?
like sometimes.
I was physically
but-
bullied in Catholic school.
Brandon, I was always the short kid. Like, of course I was. Not
But,
like
like,
not a
physically.
lot, but yeah, sometimes, but not often. It was usually verbal.
See, I never got physically bullied, probably because I was just fucking.
Yeah, no shit, because you're
towering
you're a
over
fucking
everyone.
tank. You're like Reinhardt.
It made no sense. Or let's hear your story.
My story about bullying, I was in like 3rd to 4th grade, right? And there was this kid who I will
Wait,
respectfully...
we're gonna count elementary school?
Right? Well, like, okay, so when I was in Catholic school, that was from 1st to 8th grade. So
Okay.
it didn't really feel like going to like middle school. It was basically like literally I had recess until 8th grade. Like what the fuck? Like nobody had that. That's
Nope.
weird. Yeah.
I remember when I went to 6th grade, I was like, "What?
but
There's no more recess."
it's such a profound like bullying experience that it still sticks with me to this day. There was this kid who like his dad had cancer and he was justifying his bullying by like saying, "Well, my dad has cancer." Right? And what he would do is on the playground, he would like pin me up against a wall and he'd threaten to stab me in the chest with a pencil. And he was like a big kid, you know? He was like 400 pounds. Like he was fucking Boogie 4 numbers big, right? And I was like this little small, like semi-fat Mexican child. I'm not Mexican. I'm Mexican enough. But what the matter was is that he would do that all the time. You know, he would say shit about me being Hispanic. He would say shit about me being like just fat, and then he would like threaten me with a sharp pencil and shit like that. And at a certain point, I went to our school principal, right, with my mother, and I shit you not, our principal was like, "Well, let's bring in the other kid, and we're gonna pray it out. We're gonna pray away the bullying." Like, what are you talking about? How can you do that? Right?
I think you've told me about this before.
Yeah, I've definitely told you this story. Not on the podcast before. I don't think I've told the story on the podcast. But yeah, he basically like tried to scapegoat the fact that he wanted to murder me based off of the fact that his dad was sick. You know? Like, that's not an excuse. In fact, this was before they had the bullying laws in place. So if you do that now, your kid can get kicked out of the school, and it's a private school, so they could just kick you out. Like, it's that easy, you know?
Damn.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah, when I did it, they
if
wanted
you're
to push
threatening
it
to
under the
murder
rug.
another student, like,
Well, okay, I haven't had like any bullying scenarios, but I remember one time in elementary school, it was like 3rd or 4th grade, I got kicked really hard in the balls. It was the most painful thing of my fucking life. I don't even think he was trying to. He just did. And like, it was hard. Like, he didn't fucking hold back because like he's fucking like a 4th grader. So he kicked me in the balls really fucking hard. And I just remember that pain very clearly. So
I
yeah.
remember like fucking when I was a kid, like this wasn't a bullying thing. I was just at my friend's house, and like his little brother went to the school, but he was in kindergarten and I was in 5th grade, whatever. But that little shit punched me in the dick, and that shit hurt so much. Fuck.
Yeah,
God, just thinking about it
like,
makes me want to die.
it's not your dick that hurts, it's your balls.
Yeah,
That
it's
shit's
like
the one that
like
hurts.
the nerves like go up into your stomach, so like you feel it like throughout your whole abdomen. And
I almost
shit.
threw up when I got kicked. It
Yeah,
was
that's
bad.
why. That's why you throw up though, because like the nerves from the balls up go into your like whole body. One time I was on the playset as well, and like I slipped and just like perfectly fucking like like down the middle, and like my dick just landed like straight on. It hurt a lot. The A-frame ain't made for that shit.
Awful. Wait,
I've
where
never
were
been
they
hitting the nuts. Well,
Don't
I
we do it
have
for you?
in college. No. I haven't been hitting the nuts as a child. I've been hitting the nuts as a grown man.
I could be infertile and not even know it.
I hear like the funny meme that like the nut tap hurts more than like a full-on punch. In my
100%.
experience, in like just like a light tap, in my experience, that's total bullshit.
Well, I guess it depends on the force. You know?
Like if it's a tap, it doesn't like it physically can't hurt as much.
If someone, okay, let's say it's flicked, right? That would hurt because it's like a fucking pressurized like thing, and it's
I
small.
mean, I've had my boy Teddy, right? You know Teddy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I've
Bless
had
him.
Teddy give me a nut tap. That
I was
fucking
gonna say,
hurt.
did Teddy give you a bro job? Because I could totally see that too. Teddy totally seems like the type to be like, "Hey, you want to give each other bro jobs? I heard it's great."
No. Teddy's too much of a ladies' man, you know. He
But
wouldn't.
that's why I expected to do it.
Yeah, I remember one time we were in our dorm room and I think he hit me in the nuts. And then there was another time where we went to like that might have been the time I dressed up as Kakashi for a Halloween party. And like I was really shit faced. And this guy came up to me and he's like, "Oh, look at this bottle." It was a bottle of Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce. I drank it, right? Because I didn't think it was like Jack Daniel's. I knew it was barbecue sauce. I thought it'd be funny. and then I drank it, and then he hit me in the nuts, and that was fucking horrendous. That was a bad time. Don't do that.
Damn.
Don't ever do that to yourself.
Hey, we're straying off topic from bullying to dick talk. So
Dick
bullying,
talk.
Diesel, what do you think about bullying? Give us your honest opinion. I know you love bullying. Tell us about it. Come on, Diesel.
Okay. I feel like bullying is, in some respect, it's a rite of passage.
Yeah, like,
You know, I'm not saying any kid should have to go through feeling like dog shit, but I can say that I am a much stronger person for being bullied.
I'll say this. I think every kid's been bullied to some capacity. I think every kid has felt isolated. I think every kid has felt bullied, but they might not have actually been quote unquote bullied. And I think it's something that everyone fucking goes through. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing unless it becomes really extreme and physical. Or physical, I should say. Like if you feel like you can't go to school because someone's gonna bully the shit out of you, that's really bad. But if you go to school and it's like, oh, here comes this guy and he fucking makes fun of you for something stupid, who gives a flying shit? And no bullying sign isn't gonna stop anyone. That's not how the world works. And as an adult, people are going to fucking insult you. That just happens.
Well, like the issue is, right, is if you like there's no challenge like that's associated with like bullying and stuff. Like what I've seen is that now that there's kids that just are not bullied, period, end of conversation, and I feel like there are, you know, like
I don't know how the fuck you don't grow up and not get
like
bullied.
you're
I don't think a kid like that exists. I don't think there's a single kid out there who hasn't experienced bullying at some point.
There's like a culture where it's like it's okay to be this, it's okay to be that, and the whole like, oh, you always get a prize even if you do dog shit at something. Like people are growing up and they're completely maladjusted for like the workforce. Like there is no reason when a supervisor tells you that you've done like a bad job, because that's what I used to do as like a game manager. Like if somebody did a bad job, like you'd have to tell them, you know. But if I like tell you professionally, like you need to fix something, and your response is start crying, there's a fucking problem, you know? Like that's an issue. Like you should be able to be like, okay, take the criticism and then go back and do the work, you know?
Or cry in private.
The thing is, though, most of the people who are quote unquote being raised in that culture aren't even at fucking workforce age, and like they're children. So treating them like children isn't inherently bad.
There are people that are workforce age now that is an issue.
At the youngest they would be mine and Brandon's age. Like,
I disagree.
They're like none of them are workforce age. Like that's a very recent 2010s thing.
I think it's like 25 to 30s to early 20s. 100%.
Where though?
God damn it. I think once you hit middle school, you shouldn't be treated like a kid anymore for the most part. I think that's the point where you should like slowly start like getting more responsibility and like having less safety parameters in social situations, because you're growing up. Like it's part of like growing up.
Yeah, like, that's the whole dichotomy of like getting more responsibility like with more freedom. It's like you're being trusted with more because you're capable of more. But like as a kid, having those expectations on you is kind of like why? Like there's no reason.
Well, when you're like a kid, yeah, like when you're fucking elementary school,
it's like let a child be a child. But when they're in middle school, give them a little more. When they're in high school, give them more and more until they're a fucking adult, and then just give them it.
I think when it comes to social situations, they should basically be on their own in middle school, because that's when you really start picking up on shit. Like if unless someone's like physically harming you or excessively bullying you to the point where it's like really fucking bad, or like let's say like bullying the shit out of you online. Like I know cyberbullying, funny meme, but like if someone's getting railed online by everyone, it's such a important part of everyone's social life now. It becomes like unbearable. If you're like a kid in high school or middle school and you're just getting bullied by all your fucking peers on Twitter, you're gonna be fucking upset, and like that's like totally fair.
It's like if you go to school, get bullied, come home, you try to like work it off or some shit, and then you log on and you just have to see it again. Like that's shit. Like,
yeah, but like if someone's just like, if someone calls you short, if someone makes fun of your height, if someone makes fun of your weight, who fucking cares? Like, it's not gonna, like, let me tell you this, it's not gonna fucking matter once you graduate. You're not gonna give a flying shit. just how it is. Like, you're not gonna fucking care.
Yeah, I've always found saying that to be incredibly counterproductive. That does nothing to help them right now, saying that shit. You won't care in 3 years. Yeah, well, this isn't 3 years from now.
That shit works for me.
They don't... But Brandon, most people aren't you. You never got bullied physically. You said that.
Yeah, I never got bullied physically.
Because you're huge.
But I'm saying physical bullying is fucking bad.
But it's like saying it won't matter in 3 years is useless because they don't have the experience to apply that to anything.
I will say
they need to go through that to be able to understand what not caring about it in 3 years means.
And then in 3 years they won't give a shit.
But how is that supposed to help them now?
Because in 3 years they won't care.
So it's going to happen in 3 years is supposed to change their mindset and outlook now while it's happening.
Yes.
That's fucking stupid.
Well,
that is brain dead. That is brain dead thinking.
You can tell someone that, but like it really depends on the person whether or not they're gonna like take that and like realize that that's not a thing that matters. You know, because when I was younger, I didn't realize the thing that people were bullying me for like doesn't fucking matter. You know, like I now like own the things that people used to make fun of me for as a kid. I don't care. You know, I'm confident in myself. Right? But when I was there in the moment, I wasn't, you know? So, yes, you do. You realize that it doesn't fucking matter, right? But while you're in the moment, you care because you are like a teenager and you think the most superficial shit matters, right? But like, that's just them at that moment.
There's just no way for them to have that perspective and to convey it to them like they're supposed to.
I think some people will grow up with the mentality of thinking like that. I am one of those fucking people. When I was in high school and I fucking hated waking up every goddamn morning to go to class to deal with shit I fucking hated that I thought made no sense, was useless and everything like that. Like, imagine you just wake up every fucking morning at like 6 a.m. You have to go to school you have to leave your house at 7 to get the bus. You get there at 8 and school starts and you're there for fucking 6 to 7 hours.
Brandon,
and you hate everything you're doing.
So this like
that was my mentality.
There's a different so there's different ways that people learn, right? So you don't learn by doing. You watch the stupid shit that other people do and you go, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to make that same mistake, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I, on the other hand, consider myself a very experiential person. I think that's what helps me learn and understand things better, right? Now, for me, I think you need to reach that point of hindsight post what happened, right?
I think it depends on the person.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Brandon, for someone like you, though, like, you had opportunities during high school to give you that perspective that most people don't get in a life.
Bitch, I did not have guaranteed opportunities.
No, like, you built those opportunities for yourself. I'm not taking that away from you.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. But like
most people don't have that. Most people don't get that.
Yeah, but like, okay.
So trying to treat most people like the minorities.
It depends on the person. Not everyone's going to think like that. Everyone thinks differently. Different coping mechanisms work for different people. But I am saying, I am sure there's at least 10% of people in high school that think this won't matter in 4 years. I am fucking certain that's a thing. I am absolutely certain. Because, like, it's a common, like, isn't this something they do in therapy? Where they're just like, think about it like, will this matter in a week? Will this matter in a month?
It depends on the therapist, but that's like completely like valid. I think, you know, there's people in high school that are gonna realize, oh, this doesn't fucking matter, you know, and they'll be better for it, and they'll be more confident for it, you know. But not everybody's gonna be that way, you know. Yeah. But that's just how people are.
Like, when I had, like, a test or something, or, like, a presentation I was fucking anxious as shit to do, I'd be like, is this gonna matter, you know, tomorrow? No, because I'll get it done with. And I won't think about it anymore. So it's just like, you know, I just did that shit all the time, and I also did it in a broader perspective and a miniature perspective, where it was like, okay, I have a test this week, this isn't gonna matter in a week, because I'll be done with it, and I won't be thinking about it anymore.
I will say this right now, blanket, like, the most important thing you can ever learn from anything in your life is to have confidence, and it's a learned skill. It's not something you're born with. You learn it, right? You can, you know, fake it till you are.
Yep.
You know, but once you have confidence, that shit doesn't matter. So if you don't feel confident about yourself, learn and try and find things that will make you feel good about yourself, and keep doing those things. Because the more you keep doing those things, the better you're gonna feel, which will ultimately lead to you having confidence. You know, I used to walk a quarter of a mile to the gym every day. I didn't have a car in high school, right? I used to be really overweight. I didn't have that confidence. I had to build that up over time, and it just so happened that the gym was the thing that gave me that confidence, right? That's really, I think, the takeaway for kids in, like, high school, right? That if people are getting at you, build yourself up as a person. Try not to focus on that. When you find things that encourage you and inspire you, you will feel good about yourself, and then that shit won't matter. Because that's what makes a difference.
Yeah, when I was like a kid, I got bullied for being Asian a lot. Like they did the whole small dick, all that being short shit. You know how it is. But it was like socially, I think I just kind of like being Asian became almost more cool, which I don't know. It's a bit strange on its own, but like I feel like that in combination with me just growing, like getting better people around me, really helped me see myself in a better perspective.
I mean, yeah, if you're constantly ragged on for something, you're not gonna like it. So if your friend group is constantly shitting on you for something and you think they're understanding people and they're just joking, like legit, just fucking tell them. Just be like, yeah, I really don't like this anymore. It's not funny. And it's like, okay. Or switch.
Yeah. The people that got on me about it for that were like these kids in my Spanish class. And like I wasn't like friends with them. They just knew somebody I knew. So, like, I'd always end up at the same table as them because I knew someone that knew them. And then, like, I always just got shat on for it. And assigned seating fucked me in the ass.
Assigned seating? Wow, that's a fucking throwback. Dude, looking back on all that stupid shit like assigned seating really just puts it in perspective.
Yeah, okay, so it's like, it's only been like a year since I, like, finished up school and shit. But, like, looking back, like, seeing, like, all the new shit that's happening now... Like, I don't understand half of what's happening. Like, you're out of the loop for 1 second, and it changes. Just like that. I don't know what a fucking Visco... I didn't know what the hell a Visco was.
Are you serious?
Wait, what?
Visco's an app, and Visco the girl... I know now, but it's like, when I started hearing the word Visco girls, I had no idea where the word Visco came from. But it's in, like, it's some anonymous Instagram-esque app. I'm not entirely sure.
It's like Instagram, but it's more like artsy in nature. You know, those girls that walk around with the hydro flask and yada yada.
20 billion scrunchies on the wrist.
When did Hydro Flask become like a fucking like a white girl thing? I literally have one I travel with, and it's like
you've put yourself in hell for some Instagram edits, Brandon.
I literally told someone, I'm like, if you want a big jug, just get like a big Hydro Flask. And he's like, I'm not a white girl, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Since when is this a thing? Like,
what you really need is one of them tank show looking water bottles.
It's hilarious that reusable water bottles is now like a white girl thing.
Like what? Like what the fuck? It's like I actually no. I have a Hydro Flask. It's 64 ounces right fucking here.
So
like
Brandon,
when did it become?
You didn't know what
meme?
Visco was?
No.
Seriously?
No, I've never heard of it up until now.
Oh my god, this is
like
if someone doesn't know what TikTok is.
You know what Whisper is?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what Whisper is.
Okay, let me think. What else? Twitter.
What?
Do you know what Twitter is?
Do I know what Twitter is? Yeah, I know what Twitter is.
Then why do you never respond to your DMs?
That's a good point.
God. Yeah, like, God.
Funny.
Visco has such like an artsy like angle to it, and I'll be real with you. Most of the Visco accounts I've seen do not have the best photography on it, and I mean I'm in no place to be like judging as somebody who's trying to post photography, but like it's all like the same shit.
I have literally never seen this shit in my fucking life.
Visco comes with a like you can buy like a yearly membership to Visco, right? And it gives you like LUTs. So like when you edit photos, there's like preset editing, like color grading and shit. You can pay $20 a year to get color graded Visco pictures. You could just do that on any other program.
Huh.
Film emulation presets, so it could look like a Kodak.
What? Why?
Weekly photo challenges. I'm sorry, you're not going to get discovered on Visco. I don't see that happening.
You know what? I might just download this app. This picture speaks to me.
Oh.
There's a Hydro Flask right off of frame. You can't see it, but it's right there.
Jeez, it's an Hydro Flask.
What's that one picture of like the farmers or some shit? The one dude and the wife with a pitchfork.
Yeah, I know what painting you're talking about.
Looks like this girl looks like the wife from that on an off day.
Oh my god!
But I literally never heard of this app until you just brought it up. Like never.
For this. Jesus Christ!
I was just on that.
Oh really? That's where you got that? I thought.
Yeah. Like a user posted this shit. Yeah.
It's full of Visco girls and soft boys, which is like the fuck boy, but you know they play with your feelings instead of playing with your with the looks.
E-boy
I want
and
them to
e-girls.
play with my feelings.
No, a soft boy and an e-boy are two different things. An e-boy is emo. A soft boy wears like dandelion colored button downs and like high waisted jeans that are cuffed and like what are those Toms? And he wears Toms. Yeah.
What are Toms?
There's some overlap, but
Like
yeah, for the
shoes?
most part.
There's some overlap. Toms are like you buy a pair of Toms shoes, they donate another pair to charity. Or to
They
a
look
child
good?
in need. I mean, they look like sneakers.
Do they
Not
have
like,
high tops?
No, they're like flats.
You know what I fucking wish? I wish Jordans came in bigger sizes. I never thought I'd have to say it in my fucking life, but there's not enough 14s. All right? Give me good, like, they're fucking basketball shoes. They're meant for tall people. Give me good ones. Like, I'll go on the website, like, this looks like a nice pair. It's red and black. Size 13 only. Like, fuck off. Motherfuckers.
Brandon ready to storm the headquarters.
For real, dude, they're best. And I'll go on Foot Locker and I'll look for fucking high tops, basketball shoes, and they won't have 14s. What the fuck, bro? Like, oh, okay. The Jordan Retro 3s have 14s. I might just get these, but they're white. I don't want, like, what the fuck? That's gonna.
Oh my god,
Gonna,
Brandon, how
gonna
about
get
you
dirty.
channel? How about you channel your wild Spartans and then talking about YouTube verification?
Oh, so fucking Susan Wojcicki and the YouTube team was like, hey, I know a lot of you people have over 100K subscribers, and I know you really love your verification, but we're going to just take it away for, a little bit, because, well, if you have 100,000 subscribers, there's a possibility of you being an imposter account, because, I've seen so many PewDiePie accounts with 100,000 subscribers that weren't the real PewDiePie. I don't know how it happened. How did this fake PewDiePie account get over 100,000 subscribers? I don't fucking know. And then YouTube's like, hey, we'll give it back because you guys made a pissy fit. So yeah, that's what happened.
That's the whole discussion. Bye.
Yeah, literally. I mean, like, I don't know what else to say. Like, they fucking sent these emails out. I checked my email. It's like, we're removing your verification. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck are they doing? Because, okay, verification on YouTube is really fucking important because there are so many bot accounts and YouTube cannot combat them in the comments. Like, it's impossible. I've seen them everywhere. Like, even PewDiePie still fucking has bot accounts and a shit. So it's like, imagine you remove the verification tick for, every channel under 1 million subscribers, and that's like, something like between 100,000 and 1 million. It's probably like 100,000 people that are verified. So it's like you remove this verification tick, and it's like, okay, I don't get it. Like, what imposter has 100,000 fucking subscribers? What the fuck?
There was some, like, I saw like a Syndicate stream highlights channel that had 100K. Like, a lot of these like highlights channels dedicated to like one particular streamer that isn't actually run by the streamer, like, they hit that shit fast.
Was it verified?
Yeah, this was like ages ago. It was like 2014. But like he that account was verified, and like there are a lot of these like highlights channels that aren't officially run that get verified. But
that makes sense.
But it's like, when I first got like one of those bot accounts in my comments, like under spam, I knew I'd made it. And also, more importantly with the verification, is it looks really pretty, and I won't let go of it without a fight.
Well,
so.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Is one, that they're trying to change the verification to... So what they're saying is that people think verification equals endorsement, which is one of the reasons they're changing it. Now, on Twitter, we know that verification equals endorsement, and that's a huge fucking problem, and everybody chastises Twitter for saying that, oh, this is supposed to verify a person's identity, not say that they are, endorsed by Twitter.com.
No, legit,
but
fuck
they are.
Twitter. Fuck Twitter. Twitter is a fucking cesspool of garbage, and the fucking staff is so goddamn biased about everything. Like, okay, the application to get yourself verified, because let's be real, a verification should mean you're the real account. That's how it should be. You know, the application to get verified has been down for over a year. For a fucking year.
The reasoning they gave when the verification thing was open, that it was like they never intended for it to be that, but that's what it became socially. And like there wasn't really much they could do to change that, so they decided to adapt with it rather than try and like fruitlessly work against it. Whether you think that's a valid excuse is another discussion.
Yeah, and it's really fucking stupid. Because like, okay, it's really fucking dumb. Because I see these bumfuck journalists that happen to work at BuzzFeed with like 3 followers that are verified, and I'm fucking not. And I've been doing this shit forever. I have over 100,000 followers on Twitter. Why the fuck am I not verified? There's no real reason to not verify my account. Okay, yeah, I don't have my real name tied directly to my channel and shit, but I can show you proof that I, 1, have access to my own YouTube channel and Twitter account, and also my Instagram, which has like something like 50,000, right? So if it was a legitimate verification system, how am I not verified? How? It makes no fucking sense.
Like, we're like notable public figures that get confused or impersonated by people frequently. Like, fucking even the Stan accounts, like, who use us as their profile pictures. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Quackity's face in a profile picture, and it's like, oh, you liked my tweet, but nope!
There was, I don't think they are up anymore, but there was a Twitter account that literally had my like exactly the same, and I don't know how they had
the same thing as well.
Identical, you know, but that's like an issue.
It was they probably used like a capital.
They used a capital I instead of an L.
Okay.
Yeah, it's happened to me as well.
But YouTube saying that like the verification, people think it means endorsement. No, the only reason people say it's endorsement is that's because what Twitter's doing, right? And now I don't know. Like, have you ever thought that the verification badge on YouTube meant endorsement? I don't think there's a single person on Earth that thinks that.
No,
too many people have it for it to mean that.
No, literally,
it's not like an exclusive club. That's why it doesn't mean that.
YouTube uses it as its intended purpose, which is to verify the identity of creators so you know which one's real. Also, I don't know who the fuck is confused by a goddamn checkmark. Are you stupid?
Like, gray background who? Like, why?
See, okay, the gray background is even more confusing than a checkmark that says verified channel.
Exactly, because the checkmark is like a fucking unanimous symbol between like every social media platform to mean verified.
Yeah,
like if you go to TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or not YouTube anymore, like the checkmark is consistent among all of them.
Like, it is literally more confusing. That's not even the change that bugged me the most, because like frankly, I don't really care what it looks like. But what did bother me the most was the fact that they just stripped it away from so many people, which I'm glad they reverted in like a day, because like it was fucking bullshit. It was bullshit.
You know this isn't the end of this. There's no way that they're gonna just not do it. They're gonna try.
They gave an action plan for what they were thinking. Let me see if I can find it real fast.
Well, Susan Wojcicki said on Twitter, "I'm sorry for the frustration and the hurt that we have caused with our new approach to verification. While trying to make improvements, we missed the mark. As I write this, we're working to address your concerns, and we'll have more updates soon."
I just want to be clear, I am not hurt, I am annoyed. I am not, like, physically in pain because you removed the check mark.
Well, I am hurt. My ego is hurt because I am very, very cool. And Susan, how dare she slight me? This is a personal attack on the Quite YouTube channel.
I think that YouTube's doing this because of how journalists portray YouTube. Think about it. Every couple of weeks, we get another article about, some dumb YouTuber did this, dumb YouTuber did that. And, at first you're like, this person's an idiot. But you start to see the word YouTuber show up more and more frequently. You see it show up all of these times. Maybe you start associating, maybe all these YouTubers are a bad thing. Maybe they're up to something. Maybe there's an issue with them. Instead of like recognizing it's an individual, they target it as if it's a YouTuber. And they do that because we're competition. That's just how it is. That's brass tacks.
Oh, you're talking about mainstream media?
Yeah, which is
because they're a bunch of old farts.
And the issue is that YouTube will bend to their whim because CNN is the people that have the connections with Coca-Cola, not us, right? So they could turn around, go to Coke, and be like, "You see what we found on YouTube?"
I disagree. You see, I am in DMs with Coca-Cola constantly.
Okay.
They ship me free shit. Why do you think I'm overweight?
I thought you were gonna give some like weird devil's advocate.
No, CNN shit. All of them are shit. I don't like any of them. Like, it's just how it is. Like, they are so fucking out of touch, and YouTube is their free competition that does everything better than them in every single fucking way. Of course they're not gonna like it, because these fucking companies are still, going like, hey, I see you're using ad block. Can you please turn it off? Thanks. Like, they're doing that shit.
Yeah, but then you turn off ad block, and it's just like, you're trying to read an article, and all
I don't
of a sudden
even do
it's
it.
just like, Pepto-Bismol video ad.
I did it one time, and my Chrome crashed. Because there were so many fucking ads.
Yeah.
Listen,
There was it was awful.
While y'all are talking all your crap about mainstream media, you can do all that. I'm gonna go to my BuzzFeed interview and leave y'all in the dust. I'm gonna be really famous because I am really famous.
See, then you're gonna
David
interview
Dobrik
BuzzFeed,
here.
and you're gonna make a sentence, and they're gonna be like, okay, so he said these things. Let's
Nope,
just cut up the clips.
nope. I'm answering questions while playing with puppies. That's the kid friendly quiet brand.
You better if you go to BuzzFeed, you better answer with only yes or no, because if you fucking say anything, they're just gonna be like, let's just take these words out. Why not?
Oh yeah, by the way, there's 6 free Batman games on Epic Games. Go download those.
Yeah, but Epic Games is dog shit. I
don't care. Games
today. I opened it up today, and I was like, God, this UI shit, it runs like ass. Like, it's literally a game launcher. Why does it run so poorly?
Don't care. Arkham Asylum, City at Night, Lego Batman 1 through 3 are all free, so I got them.
No.
They're free. What do I lose?
It's so ass.
Your dignity.
It runs like ass.
Braid, I lost that long ago. You know that.
I still have mine. At least I think I do.
And that's what separates you and me, Brandon.
I'm a sellout. My dignity still.
All right, and on the loss of Brandon's dignity, we're gonna end this podcast.
Guys, I don't know if I have it anymore. I think I might have lost it.
Did you drop it while we were walking down Rodeo? Did you check there when we were there last?
If you'd like to help us find Brandon's dignity, you can do so by following us on SoundCloud and wherever podcasts are posted. Also, following us here on YouTube by hitting the subscribe and then hitting the bell and then saying you're going to get all notifications. You can follow us at loudmouse_ on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, that's it. Okay, leave.
Bye.